Stour Valley Nature Park and the Muscliffe Stour free stretch for fishing. This is part 2. Part 1 we did the downriver section, and more than 50-60 yards of the upriver section was prevented by the fact that the river was all the way across the footpath. I'm told the river level has now dropped and it's now passable, so we should go and have a look at the upriver section. A link to the downriver section is in the comments details below. This is on the 19th of March, so we've seen the Kingfisher Cafe barn is now open. Teas, coffees, various snacks. There's no point in filming the walk down to the river as this in part 1, so we'll pick up again as we start the walk up river to the other section. Well, the river's still got quite a fast flow on it. You can fish anywhere along here, but do bear in mind that you're going to get dog walkers, a few horse riders, cyclists and other people, so you know, when you've got your rods, allow for room for everyone else to pass. Hop over the fence, nice couple of places down there to fish. Hi there. Well, this is about as far as we came last time. In fact, it's a little bit further. I think I only made it to just about that corner here after the bridge. A little bit less damp underfoot. If you remember that seat in the distance just there, well, 30-40 yards away, we're sitting in the middle of the river virtually. It was certainly not going to get as far as that seat to have a seat down with some serious Wellingtons. Still a little bit mucky and muddy underfoot, but yeah, not too bad. Bank's fallen away quite a bit here. What a lovely bench. There's quite a bit of erosion of the bank here because this was, you know, a nice little spot to sit and fish. Will be again. Fish from here. Try to float quite a good run downstream there. A lot of deadfalls and trees and debris in the water from various storms and heavy rains that have been washed down. Of course, this being the 19th of March, we're in the close season until and including the 15th of June, so rivers are out of bounds. Hello.
Hello. Good boy.
By the time the season reopens, this will possibly have slowed down a little bit, but from here, put a float out into the middle of that stream, or just on the edge of that current, you've got a nice glide right the way down the end there. Always say fish to a feature. You know, little back eddy, rock pile, corner, bushes and island. Well, certainly got plenty of features, although the risk of snagging up on some of them, you know, could take a little bit of skill and care. And of course, this time of year, most of the trees are without leaf or greenery. An awful lot of them look very dead. Give it another month or two, they'll all start bursting into leaf, becoming out green, and make a nice pleasant place to be. And talking about pleasant places to be, time for a seat and a cup of coffee and watch the world go by, or the river at least. When I got here about 2:15, something like that, I got one of the only 2 remaining spaces in the car park. So I'm quite surprised at just how quiet it is and how few people there seem to be about. Maybe they've all gone downstream, who knows. Maybe they're all in the cafe. But certainly only seen a handful of people walking this. Personally, I would say it's a nice little spot here. Just room to put your chair and your seat box or whatever you carry. Put a couple of bank sticks in, fish straight out there through that. And you keep good control, or put a reasonable bit of weight, or go past that main current or inside it. Good features to bring the fish in. This is all a little bit muddy along the banks here, but you know, you're not going to be fishing it until middle of June, so hopefully nice dry summer like last year, a little bit of wind to dry everything out. Some of these spots which are a little bit too muddy and a bit too inaccessible, make a nice peg. Yeah. What about a little short pole just fishing in the margins, just amongst the slot? Certainly it's going to hold food and whatnot, an attraction for fish. You'll probably be catching small stuff, but you'll be catching off the track. Maybe if you had your Wellingtons or hip waders, you could do a little bit of tidy up to improve it. And then we come to the platform. And get yourself nicely settled on here. You're out of the way of the path, out of the way of the walkers. It's good solid base, and you can trot a float there, little bit of control, all the way down. That big tree that's in the river right down the bottom there. Certainly down to the corner there. Absolutely perfect spot. And absolutely free, no day tickets, no memberships, just your rod licence. The entire afternoon out is going to cost you a flask of coffee, a cheese sandwich and half a pint of maggots. Nice little wildlife pond, frogs and newts and toads and water boatmen and all the stuff I'm trying to remember from my school days nature table. Where did that breath of wind spring up from? It's absolutely flat, calm, not a breath of it, and all of a sudden.
No, the dog was just there. Biscuits, who also.
These sort of beachy type areas are not really recommended for fishing. Too steep really to set up comfortably. Plus the fact that you just get set up and you swim baited up and some lunatic dog, usually a Labrador, comes charging down through the water through where you're swimming. Top advice I was once given for when you're trying to wade through a puddle, just bear in mind that pair of long ears that's sticking up might be a donkey, not a rabbit. Now here's a spot. Come June, a little bit of greenery on these trees, nice little bit of shelter, nice bit of shade. A couple of people fit in here quite nicely. Here you go, loads of lovely little spots along here, well worth the walk. And the current has slowed down to just a nice gentle glide. This section really is worth the walk. First of all, you won't find as many anglers because the further you have to walk from the car, generally less you get, but dodging through the bushes here, get to the bank, loads of lovely, nice sheltered spots. Good features to bring the fish in and keep them there. Nice little bit of shelter if we get a bit of rain and drizzle. You can actually access this point by the road by the cherry tree nursery, so saves yourself a big walk. Of course, the term free stretch only applies to this bank of the river, which of course you need a rod licence, but no other payment. The opposite bank is Ringwood and District Anglers Association members only. I doubt you even get a day ticket, so you can probably get a member to take you along as a guest. But having said that, the fish don't really know which side of the river you're sat on. This stretch goes all the way up to the water treatment works by a new road bridge at Ferndown, so it's a fair old length of river. And basically from now on up as far as that, it's all much of what we have here. And I spot one of my favourite river walk features up here. Nice little place to stop and fish here. Lovely little spot. Couple of overhanging trees. Shepherd's Hook parked opposite. What a lovely country scene. And joy of joys, a nice bench to go and have a sit down. There are just so many nice spots along this stretch, and really you don't see it that crowded even in the middle of the summer. I'm not good on bird song or bird recognition or tell you what sort of tree is what or what sort of grass is what. I admit that, but it definitely sounds like a woodpecker hammering away to me. And this is definitely getting a little bit muddy up here. Certainly recommend walking boots or Wellingtons. And there you go, what a lovely little spot to fish. Has some tree boughs, just nice to sit on. Save you carrying your chairs and too much kit. Lovely little back eddy there towards the trees. Nice little swim out there. Sunken tree out there on the far side. And that, folks, is about it. It's taken hour and 10 minutes, allowing for the fact I stopped for coffee and a sandwich a couple of times. Stopped to chat to people a couple of times. As those of you who watched my walks before appreciate, end-to-end walks, they're not one of my favourite pastimes. I much prefer a circular walk where you start off, walk round in a big circle, come back to your starting point, rather than walk what we call a linear walk. You walk a straight line to the end of the walk and then you have to retrace pretty much the entire outward route to get back to your starting point. I suppose it's the fact that a circular walk, you do the whole distance and get to see something different for the whole walk rather than just half of it. Having said that, quite often, retracing your steps along a walk, you see a lot of things that you missed when you were walking forward. One of the best tips I can give anybody walking is every now and again stop, turn round and have a look where you've been. You should always encourage editors, watch out for your back trail. Trouble is, sometimes when you turn around to walk back where you've come, retrace your steps, you turn around, it all looks totally different, totally unfamiliar, because you've only seen it from the one direction. Then when you turn round you think, oh, that's wrong, that's not the way I came. And then you start striking off in other directions and get lost. So, you know, just stop every now and again, turn round, have a good look behind you, see what it looks like from the other direction. Then when you're walking back, you'll recognise it.